Hello, welcome back.
Woo!
Hey, welcome
I'm
back.
back from Japan. I've returned
Banging.
Yeah,
to do
boy.
another episode of Red Jackson
About
Uh,
Japan.
about my journey across Japan.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
So
All
obviously-
the food we're about to get bombarded with now.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just eating and I'm
absolutely.
so fucking hungry.
No, I
Yes.
ate. I was prepared for this shit. And after this, I'm still gonna be like, ramen. Yeah, I want some fucking ramen.
It's all about. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. But it's all about the quality. There's a few couple different things, but the quality of it all is just. But yeah,
Nice.
obviously I'm hosting today. I'm Frazer.
I'm not hosting. I'm Charlie.
I'm not hosting. I'm Serhan.
Oh,
Oh. Well, I'm not even meant to be here because I'm Rickesh.
deep.
I know, right?
You were a mistake.
Wow.
I didn't mean it like that. Jesus Christ, Charlie went in. You're a mistake. You always was.
Right, I'm gonna try and remember that you guys have swap bodies for this podcast. So.
Okay.
Right, so I'll start straight from the beginning. I won't cover all the traveling because it was like you traveled halfway across the world. It's like fucking 13 hours.
Yeah.
Flying on planes. Touchdown in China for a little bit. We won't talk about that. There's not much going on there. But yeah, when we finally touched down in Tokyo, we just wanted to get straight to a capsule hotel because actually we got delayed in China for I want to say an additional maybe 2-3 hours,
Okay.
something like that. It wasn't ideal because when we finally got there, we basically lost the whole day. Like we couldn't really do much with the evening
Because of the 3 hours difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really late. But to be honest, once we did get to a capsule hotel, we dropped our stuff off. We did go for a little wander. We found a nice little sports bar, actually, and the people in there, first people we met, really really nice. Like they were
nice.
so welcoming. They advertised their own whiskey. I think it was like people out there drinking pints of whiskey. If you can imagine.
What?
No.
Yeah.
Oh my
Huh?
god.
I
That's
don't know
mad.
how they do it. Like the Japanese love their alcohol. One of the guys sitting at the bar, he had the pint, and the glass had a little logo on it. I was like, has he got a pint of whiskey? It's like, yeah, that's what they're advertising here.
That's
But yeah,
insane.
it was really cool. They were playing music on the TV. We got them to play a couple of anime opening tunes.
Yes.
We sung along to them. We sung along to Naruto, Bluebirds, and
Nice.
Dragon Ball,
Do you know
Chala,
what?
Hechara.
I can imagine that tourists going over to Japan asking for something like that is like them coming here and going, "Can you put on the Only Fools and Horses or EastEnders like openers like,
Yeah.
on your TV?" You'll be like, "Okay." Anyway, sorry.
They loved it. They loved it. They knew all of them.
Sick.
Oh, amazing.
And then after that, we did go and get our first bowl of ramen.
And out of 10, how good was it?
At the time, I mean, because we just done a load of traveling, it was probably 11 out of 10.
I mean, that's fair.
Well,
Yeah.
What was it?
bowl of
What was
food.
in your ramen? What were ramen?
Yeah, what was in it?
Probably just pork cutlets. I think that's like your basic one. Pork cutlets and
Yeah.
get some gyoza on the side.
Yeah.
So like, how did it work? Did you like walk in and just sit yourself down and talk to the dude about how it worked, and would you just sit down like, I want this, and what did you do?
The thing about Japan, right? They've got the convenience factor for everything, like down to a T. So there's a couple of these places where you just go in and there's a little machine and you tap on what you want, you pick what you want. They've got different language options as well, so you can change it to English, pick what you want in your ramen, what side you want or whatever, and then it outputs, you pay for it on there, and then you output some little tickets, and then you just hand the tickets over to the guy behind the bar, and it's set up like how you might imagine it, like with the kitchen behind the kind of bar, and then the little table for you to sit down and the stools around it.
Mm-hmm.
They got it curving round into the actual into the building, and yeah, you just hand your tickets and then you wait for your food and it gets passed over the counter. and you sit there and eat it.
Sick.
Nice.
It's
So that
great.
was your first meal in Japan, a bowl of ramen.
Yeah, and it's
Nice.
all when it comes to ramen, it's all about the broth, man. And yeah, the nine times out of 10, the broth's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Man, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, you're gonna
Eat
hear so
ramen
much
every
lip
day.
smacking.
Mm.
Mm.
But yeah, that was nothing really. That was our first few hours in Tokyo. We got a capsule hotel, like I said. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. It was basically like everybody gets a little bunk box, and you draw the curtain on it, and you sleep in there on the little mattress. It was quite comfortable, actually.
Did you fit comfortably in there?
Yeah.
Because they're not massive, are they? They're like.
They're pretty spacious. Like obviously, you
Yeah.
and Charlie are quite tall guys. I think you guys would fit in there comfortably.
Mad, I don't even fit in my own bed. So.
You know what? Same. So.
How small are your beds?
Mate, honestly, beds aren't
Minuscule.
made for people over 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Mate, life is not made for people averagely over 6 feet.
It's true.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, average height. Yeah.
So our traveling was not over actually, because the reason we stayed in Tokyo that night is because we had to go back to the airport after, because we were going down to Okinawa. If you remember our flight plan.
Yes, because you're going to end your journey at Tokyo, so you kind of got to the end and
Yeah.
had to. Right.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember now.
That's it. So we did have to get another like 3-hour domestic flight that takes us down to the island of Okinawa.
Nice.
Which is it was pretty straightforward, pretty cool. Like again, the convenience factor at the airport is really straightforward. You can go up to a machine, check your luggage, and then go over to another machine and just put it on the scales. It scans the barcode of your little tag that you've just printed off and stuck to it, and then it just takes your luggage away.
Amazing.
It's just like no interaction with anyone else really, unless you need help. There is people standing around waiting to get help. And the airport, everything's really clean as well, as you probably might have expected.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Streets are clean,
This is what I'm
airport's
expecting.
clean, people's places are clean. Yeah, everybody looks after their stuff.
Nice.
That's nice.
Nice.
So
Nice.
it's a really nice change. So yeah, when we got down to Okinawa, we went and hired a car actually to get around there. So we took us on a coach down to the place where we get where we actually pick up the car, and then we drove back on the little highways that they got. They got like 2 highways, one where you can go 50 kilometers an hour and one that's like the super highway, but you have to pay tolls to go on those highways. We didn't bother. We weren't really rushing. Drove up a bit further to our Airbnb, which was a really nice place. I'll show you guys pictures at some point. Obviously, I'll put them in this video. I'll select a couple of pictures of things for our viewers on YouTube. And it was really nice. Like I don't know if I did send you guys a picture of the room. That's just like a little square table in the middle and the cushions around it.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the place. Like really
Well, that was where
nicely
you was
laid
actually
out.
staying.
That's so cool.
That was like
That
that
was
was,
just one
your
of the
Airbnb
rooms.
for Okinawa.
Amazing.
Nice.
I was going to ask, if I remember correctly, that Japan is one of the few countries like the UK that drive on the right-hand side, right? They drive on the same side as the UK.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we drive on the left. And we
on the left. Yeah, sorry.
We got the
Right-hand
steering
drive.
wheel on the right. Yeah.
Yeah. Same as the UK.
Yeah, really, really easy to get used to. The roads are really well laid out as well.
Yeah, I bet.
Like, they got everything down, man. They do everything better. And even the slight change of that in the car, your wipers and your indicators on the other side.
Oh.
As in they're swapped over.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Oh.
The indicator's on the right.
it sounds weird, but it's actually a lot better because, if you're driving with one hand, you could just flick with your right hand.
Yes, because your left hand can then be on the gear stick.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense.
If it's manual or whatever.
If it's manual.
Was it manual or was it automatic? I imagine it was automatic.
Yeah, because we had a hybrid.
Yeah.
was
Or
good.
what hybrid
Nice.
was it?
I don't remember. It was
Toyota?
They've got really little cars. It probably was a Toyota. Yeah.
I've got a Toyota. Was it a Corolla?
So I knew Charles was gonna. I got that.
Allegiance.
I'm closer to Japan than you are, bitches.
I am. It's my only tie.
They got these little things called. Everybody's got like these little box cars that they call K cars, because apparently I think you pay less tax or something like that if your car is a certain like narrowness. If your car's narrow. So everybody's got these small little cars. We had something kind of similar, although it wasn't exactly.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ah,
Yeah.
look at it. It looks
that
like
like-
one of them little Playmobil ones.
That's cool.
Everybody's got one, and they're just so convenient. But yeah, driving was fine. Got to the place, settled down, obviously, and it was really hot as well. Like the weather was like near tropical, basically.
How tropical is tropical? Like 40 plus?
No, it was like 29 degrees, something like that.
That's
Oh,
still
that's
nice
not-
though.
that's-
That's a good.
Yeah.
That's
Especially
good beach
travelling.
weather, yeah.
Yeah, you
And
don't
then
want
you
to be
got
like
the-
moving around in hotter weather than that.
Mhm. Yeah, and it was like clear sky, so obviously directly in the sun. Not too windy either. So yeah, it was really nice. We went out in the evening, went bar hopping. We went to a really quiet bar called Bar Regame. Like we just obviously did all our looking on like Google Maps and stuff, and then just went there. So it was like a little walk away. There wasn't much going on there. The guy there was nice enough. He had some little one-piece bits dotted around. He didn't speak much English either, but he tried our hardest. We tried our hardest as well with our limited Japanese. We, for some reason, we requested a karaoke bar. So he actually called up, like he must have known the people in the area. So he called up and said, "Are you open?" And he took us. He actually escorted us round the corner
Wow.
to where the karaoke bar was.
He just
That was
left
really
his
nice.
shop just to walk you over to the
Yeah, he just left it.
Amazing.
mad.
Yeah, and then we went in there, had a couple drinks. Actually, did sing some karaoke.
Did you actually?
Nice.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
What'd you sing?
I had to. I
Kendrick.
sung.
Oh my gosh.
Kendrick.
It was
No,
before that.
Frazer done
It
his
was-
own rap.
Did I like that?
Frazer done the diss track way before. Even in Japan, it was like, fuck these guys, man.
I sung some Bob Marley actually, jamming.
Frazer, that's
Nice.
that's two on the nose. You
Yeah,
can't-
come
It
on
was.
now.
It was.
You're not
So,
allowed.
to be
You're
honest,
a disappointment.
I didn't pick it. I didn't pick it. Somebody else picked it, and they were singing it poorly, so I had to take it.
No, then no.
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 And also, I don't think they had the mic on. I think that's what it was. So I took it and I turned the mic on.
And then you just sang it instead.
Yeah.
I bet they were all like, "Oh my god, he lives! Bob Marley lives!"
Yeah, I'm not sure they were 100% impressed with our song choices. So once we had sung our bit, we left. Found ourselves at a Hawaiian bar. There's a lot of like Hawaii kind of
Yeah, it makes sense.
themed
It's not.
stuff around in Okinawa. Yeah, especially as well with the American influence, because there's an army base on there. There's even a place called
Ah.
American Town.
Yeah, I know. There's America Town, just like we've
Yeah.
got like Japan or Korea Town or Chinatown in across here. So when you say the American influence, apart from the culture influence through the media, there's a military camp there which does kind of impact a little bit the area.
Yeah, there's an Air Force base. So
Right.
the Americans out there, they live there, and they live in the surrounding area, and they go out in the surrounding area and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's still good. I think I don't know what the general consensus is on the Americans being there in terms of how the Japanese feel, but I didn't see any problems. We were really searching for like a good vibe. So we were we called a cab to go to like the main city called Nara, or like the closest one that actually had things going on. And we went to this club that had like the DJ was banging, but actually no, sorry, I'm skipping ahead. The cab that we picked, he was driving like it was Initial D or something. Like he was on the Formula One circuit the way he was driving. And considering all the roads there are 50 kilometers an hour, which isn't fast at all. He was probably pushing 70 to 90.
Fucking hell.
There doesn't seem to be any cameras or anything either.
Is
So,
that like a
yeah.
common thing? Like people in Japan just drive crazy, or is that just this one dude?
I think it's just the one dude, but I think
Oh,
if you know those roads, like he knew you could tell he knew his stuff.
yeah.
Like he knew what he could get away with. I think it's pretty much kind of if the police see you and catch you, that's
Right.
that's when you're in trouble. But otherwise, if you know what you're doing, do it. But yeah, that was a sick journey, and we went to a club that had a banging DJ. I have to show you guys the video. And one of us wasn't actually there, so when we were finished there, we actually just came to pick us up in a hire car. So that was a nice end to the night. I don't know what time it was. There was a lot of shit that we ended up doing that night.
Was that the first night that you landed?
That was the first night that we landed, yeah.
Oh shit.
Hey,
So-
bruv, I would have died from jet lag.
Yeah.
Do it, mate.
I think, you just feel energized by
Yeah,
being
of
there.
course.
Especially when you've gone down to like a sunny island, beaches around you and stuff like that. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a
Yeah.
vibe. So our next day was our beach day. We wasn't actually in Okinawa for very long. So after this day would be when we would be going back.
Mhm.
So I think that's why we wanted to kind of cram in what we could without putting it too far. So we went to a place called Zampa Beach. Drove up it's only like 40 minutes up. Beautiful sea, beautiful beach. Had a bit of fun just swimming around, chilling.
Did you see any creatures in the ocean? Any
No,
giant
Any Pokemon?
like Godzilla
Gyarados.
poked his head up, yeah.
Fucking Gyarados. Oh, it's a red one. Oh shit.
No, it was just really chilled, man. Walked around the area a bit as well, got some food.
What was the
We
food
went-
like in Okinawa? Sorry to cut you off. What was it like?
Good question.
Is it still kind of the same, like ramen kind of stuff? Did they have like specialities that they had for the area? Like, what was it like?
Their speciality was a kind of beef, maybe, or maybe it was the pork. I think that they're probably their homegrown pork that they had there.
Okay.
I think that was their speciality. But otherwise, it was ramen, soba. Same kind of noodles and stuff.
Nice.
All
Said
nice.
good
soba.
quality again. Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's what we ate. When we went
And
up
I
there.
know we're talking about noodles, but I did have a pot noodle yesterday, so I think
Wow.
we're on par now.
You're
Fraser.
basically Japanese.
Well, I'm basically Japanese. Just saying.
Wait, what flavor pot noodle was it? Let's make
Kebab.
this-
Original kebab. How disrespectful do you take me to be? No, it was
Oh, man.
plain, and I just sprinkled in some of my hair and then made it kebab.
I tell you what, so there's not really like a lot of supermarkets. There's just a lot of little convenience stores where you can pretty much get whatever you need. And you can buy like obviously little pots of instant noodles, instant ramen. 100 times better than any pot noodle.
Really, just any.
Probably,
off
Really,
the shelf.
Fraser? Really?
yeah, sorry,
You
and
think?
cheaper as well.
Was it called, was it the cup noodle brand? The actual cup noodle thing? Or was it something, a different thing?
I think I saw them, but there was just so many different options.
Oh, fair enough.
There's ones. In fact, I kept one of the bowls because I like the design on it.
You son
You
of
could
a
get
gun.
something like that,
Oh, that's so cool.
and then it will obviously be covered and you unwrap it and stuff.
How much does it cost, Fraser?
Well, like a pot like that,
Yeah.
couple hundred yen. That's probably something like somewhere around £1, I'd say.
That's
£1
pretty
to
good.
£2.
Decent.
So I paid more for less. I'm not happy.
Welcome to Britain.
Yeah, partner though.
We saw some castle ruins that we drove to on the way back. Just the walls that were left up really, but the thing about the parks and stuff like they're all kept really nice, you know, same way the streets and stuff like that. People look after it and it all holds up really well.
Oh, cool.
And then we went out to eat in the evening as well. Was that the day as well? Yeah, we found a little arcade. In the last
that must have
night
been some
as well.
insane fucking arcade in Japan.
It's weird. So you can find arcades. A lot of arcades obviously have like arcade cabinets and games and stuff, but most of them have the claw machines to win the little figurines and stuff like that. So there's a ton of those, and to win like plushies and stuff. But this one in particular had also had like a whole section that had a load of cards, like Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Beyond that, it also had a load of figurines and stuff.
Damn.
I took loads of pictures of those as well. I have to show you guys. And then at the back, it had loads of manga and books and stuff. So it's a really strange one.
It sounds like a little slice of arcade met Comic-Con and went, let's just make a place.
Yeah, literally like mini Comic-Con store kind of
There's
thing.
like there's a shop called, or like a place called The Hangout in Milton Keynes that's like got a few arcade games around it, but it's like also a comic book store and card shop as well. So maybe it's like inspired by Japan.
Very possibly.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a shame that we kind of found that in our final hours. Like the place was closing as well, like when we got there. So we got to have a little look around, try a few prizes. I did win something. It's downstairs, but I could probably show you a picture. I won a little Luffy.
Like a figurine, like a plushie.
Figurine, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, shame that we found that in our last hours, because the next day we were flying back. We were nearly late to check out, but it's no problem. Drove the car back, jumped back on the plane. But yeah, the plane ride wasn't as long this time because we were going to Fukuoka, straight there. I think we got a cab we got the train. We just jumped on the train, got to a hotel. Again, like stations and stuff, all laid out like perfect, like the subway. It's all clean. Every subway seems to have like barriers by the tracks, stuff like that, which just makes sense. On the trains, they don't like people like playing music or using their phones too much.
When you're waiting for the train on the platform?
No, when you're on the train.
But like out loud or like headphones is cool? Yeah.
Also, like they also say like, you know, if sound is leaking from your headphones as well, kind of thing. Just be aware.
Is there trains quiet though? I know like the UK Underground is like you hear the scraping, like you want headphones on sometimes.
Do you know what? Yeah, they are really quiet.
Yeah, because I was gonna say if they're gonna talk about feedback from headphones, I'm like their trains must be very quiet then.
They really are. Yeah, they do that screeching and stuff.
Did they do the whole thing where they smush you into the trains? Did you see any of that?
Nothing crazy bad like that. We did get on a couple of busy trains, but no, nothing crazy like that.
No one was like squashing you in or anything.
No, not at all. Even with like our bags and stuff, like
Did you travel during peak period, like working like right now?
A little. No, we didn't. I don't think we really hit rush hours that much. If we did, we didn't notice. We'll get to it later as well, but apparently it was like Golden Week at one point. So it's like a corporate holiday. Nobody works. People from Tokyo leave Tokyo to go have holidays. People go into Tokyo to, you know, like
that's pretty good timing then.
Stuff. And apparently around that time is when travel gets a bit hectic as well. But again, still didn't really see any crazy
that's decent.
congestion. So
that's pretty good.
It's really good. So Hakata in Fukuoka, it's basically like it seems like a big business district, really. just see lots of people walking around in suits and stuff. Buildings are so massive, like it's the same in I think most cities in Japan. Like the buildings are so massive, you just feel so tiny. Like everything's just scaled up. It looks so impressive. We stayed in a hotel this time. Yeah, one of the things that you brought up in your last podcast was the mall in the station.
The Hakata station.
Yes, I remember
Yeah.
seeing the picture of
Yeah.
that.
A lot of stations do this actually, like below it or like in the floors above it, there'll be like shopping mall, and there could be a couple of basements as well. Yeah, so you can literally go to the station, do a load of shopping, which is pretty cool.
That's
That's
it.
kind of weird. but-
Convenient as well.
Yeah.
You just get the train to the station and shop there, and then get the train back.
Yeah, anything that you
Yeah.
need to get at the station, don't worry about it. You ain't got to
Yeah.
carry everything. Yeah.
And there's places built up around the station as well, so it's quite convenient. We didn't do much that day, to be fair. I don't think we might have gone out and gotten a drink or something, but we didn't go out and do much. We wanted to go out during the day the next day, so I think we got a bit of an earlier night. We went to a
Smart.
place called Ohori Park, which is just a beautiful park. Definitely putting up loads of pictures of this place because it's like a massive lake. On the way there, we walked past like a big old like sort of castle gate. I think we walked past a shrine as well before we got to the actual lake. Some of the guys got on a little pedalo, like swan boat. That was
Romantic.
amazing. I just watched them. Yeah. They got really lovely bridges that cross over the lake to little islands that are in the middle. There's an art museum as well. Had some old art, some modern art, some contemporary art. So I'll put up some pictures of that, of what I could take pictures of.
Is that inside the park? A museum?
Yeah, pretty much in the park,
Jesus.
like off the edge of the lake. There's just a big old art museum.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Where am I? There's castle ruins. So I think obviously a lot of the castles burnt down at some point. So what they seem to have done with this castle, they've just built like a frame of the castle, but also they've put like lighting in it. So apparently, if you go there at night, like it's just lit up. It just looks like a neon castle kind of thing.
Oh, sick.
That would look so cool.
Mad.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What's this castle called, dude?
I don't know, but it's the castle ruins in Ohori Park.
How do you spell that? Ohori.
Ohori.
Oh shit! Hold on, bruv. This looks like fucking out of something. Out of Tron.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's bright.
It looks like a
bright.
3D hologram. Oh, it changes
Oh my
color as
God.
well.
That looks like a downloadable map you could get on Call of Duty.
It kind of does. I think that Japan looks like one massive
That looks
like
insane.
DLC that you're like, this would just up the game of everything.
Yeah.
It just always looks slightly out of the box, but it's real.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, Frazer!
It did kind of feel like, every time we were moving around, we were just downloading new DLC. Like
Literally, man.
The next region.
So sick.
So good. So yeah, after that, we got split up. We got split up at the museum. So some of the guys left before, and I think it was just me and Michael. Yeah. So we went to catch up with the guys. They went across to find some shops. There's like a shopping part not too far from us that did loads of clothes shops. So after we had some more food, some more ramen, we went and did some shopping. And while we were actually looking around, me and Mike actually got asked to model some clothes.
Yeah.
Of
We
course.
walked into the
Yeah, I
shop.
saw it on
Absolutely.
Facebook.
Wait, what? You got asked to model some clothes.
Yeah, we walked into the shop. Everything was really quite pricey. It was one of those where they've got like lots of different bits from different brand names,
Yeah,
different high-end brands and stuff. They had loads of like Air Jordans on the wall and stuff like that.
Mm.
And they were like, look really cool, very cool.
Why am I not surprised? I told you, bro. You already look like you're out of fury. All that was missing is the costume, bro. And just
Do you know what? Frazer's pictures look sick as well. I was going to comment on him on Facebook because Michael got done over, mate. He's got this horrible stain in the background on the wall.
Yeah,
Frazer looks sick, and then Michael looks so good, but he's just got this stain behind him.
well, now you got to put that picture on the YouTube video as well. Because now I'm like, what stain? I want to know what fucking stain.
I wanna
this
Is
is.
it like a mark of some kind on the wall? Just need to brush that out.
Took it to a more grungy place, isn't it?
Mm.
Come to this alleyway.
It's just outside.
Put this on.
Just outside the
Did,
shop.
did you get anything free or discount or anything for doing it?
No, you know what? That shirt that I was wearing, I wasn't really feeling when I was looking at it. But looking at the pictures, I kind of like it.
Did you not get
But
it?
no, I didn't get it. No, I
Ah.
didn't. Yeah, probably should have. But yeah, did a bit more clothes shopping after that. We'll pass through a shrine on the way back, Kego Shrine, and dropped off our stuff at the hotel. And then after that, so in the evening, we went to a proper arcade. So there's a chain of arcades called Round One.
Sick.
Round One arcades. So they'll have multiple floors. They'll have like a whole floor dedicated to like claw machines and stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
And they'll have like the like a gambling floor and stuff like that. But they also have like arcade machines.
This actually kind of looks
That's
like,
kind of sick.
if you type this in, Rick, it actually looks like the casino from Persona 5 when you've got like different layers and every like one slot machines, one claw machines, one this sort of section.
Yeah,
But then
I
I
imagine
guess
it's just like that.
Yeah, but I mean it's a Japanese game, so I imagine it would be. But
Did they have anything like that stood out, like arcade wise?
Arcade wise, I don't remember if this one had it, but they probably did because I didn't discover it until later in the trip. But there's this Gundam game that I really got into. It's like a 3D arena fighter where you pick your Gundam and like you clear different waves of enemies, or you can actually play online against other people or play against people sitting next to you.
Sick.
Nice.
Okay.
And I really got into that. For 100 yen a play, you get a couple of turns.
is it like a
So
white
definitely-
booth, Fraser?
What, this particular game?
Yeah, is it like this sort of like?
No.
Okay, cool.
It's called what's it called? Gundam Wing Extreme versus Overboost.
What?
Ring.
Make it sound
They
as
add
cool
so
as
many
possible.
words.
Jesus.
The
Yeah,
cabinet
but
itself.
It looks sick, but the logo itself is so. Look how many colors and drawings and shit they are.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, that logo is heavy. It's nice though.
It's a polished game. The cabinet itself will have like the usual arcade set up, but also like a controller. Like if you play controller, just plugged
Sick.
into it. Yeah, I didn't actually see it at that point, but I'm sure it was there. They had like the Mario Kart, where you can play 4-player. They had a lot of rhythm games, like Guitar Hero type stuff. I think it was called Guitora or something like that. Gatora, I don't know. They had one for drums as well. They had one for DJing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had all kinds.
That's crazy.
Sick. Ugh.
There's a weird floor as well where there's a load of booths with lots of girls on them. I don't know, it's some kind of virtual dating looking thing. But I didn't see.
You should have tried it. Just go in there and it's all sticky.
Yeah,
Calais.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This is why you like working for the arcade. You're just there, like, give me the sticky one.
You've seen him before.
Have we got the
I've been
dating
petitioning
sims in
for him
this
for
week,
years.
guys?
Have we got it yet? I want it.
I want the stickiest one.
So I think this is where we start to change our plan a little bit.
Okay.
So originally we were going to spend like another day in Fukuoka, But I think the guys were kind of feeling like we were running out of things to do. There wasn't much going on. It's like more of a business district and stuff, shopping district. So we decided that we would head to Osaka a bit early.
Nice.
Before we went there, we went to Canal City Mall. You guys could probably search that up and see pictures of that.
I'm on it.
It's just a giant shopping mall. It's really well laid out. It's got its own floor for Bandai Namco and anime stuff. Loads of clothes shops.
Whoa.
It's got another arcade in
Oh
there.
my god! What? The architecture alone on this, bruv.
Yeah, the architecture is
Look
pretty
at that
cool.
shit, bruv.
That
Look
is
at that.
insane.
It's like a
Why does it look like
Japanese-
Lego? It's so mad. It don't look
You
real.
get those scenes in like The Last of Us with like post-apocalyptic games, and you got like
Right.
trees hanging off
this-
the, and it looks like that.
But this is what I'm trying to say.
Before
If
the
we can look at
explosion,
this,
yeah,
right? And if Rikesh is mentioning a virtual game, Charlie's mentioning Lego, I'm like, that's how far our imagination has to stretch to incorporate like Japanese architecture in like the UK. Like,
Yeah.
it's so
Bless
out of the box for us.
Japan.
So vibrant, and it's so like
That's it.
every brick is the same color. Like it's just perfectly painted, perfectly structured. Oh, love it.
That's incredible, man.
Mm-hmm. Like even with the normal buildings, like the variation in them, with the new architecture, they've obviously done really well. But I think it's also a case. I think it just all comes down to respect, because even where they've got like old buildings and stuff, and they've built new stuff, it just all works together.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything to diminish all the older buildings, all the original architecture.
They incorporate it.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, as it should be, man. That's how you that's how it should be.
Especially with the shrines and stuff, like you'll have like a massive built-up area. You have like skyscrapers, but in the middle you have like a shrine
Yeah.
that, like at the most, they've just upkept the area and upkept the actual shrine itself, but they haven't
Yeah.
made any massive changes.
Mm. Ah, sweet.
So after that, we actually it was my idea to go and see the largest shrine in Fukuoka. I think that was also another thing that was on your list, Rick. So we went to the Daisetsu Shrine.
The Lean
Yeah.
Monk Shrine, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did want to go to that one, but
Was that a different one?
Yeah, the one I went to was a bit further south, whereas that one was a bit up north, so I didn't go to the Leaning Monk one. But this one, yeah, it was just beautiful. Like you get off the train, you have to walk up a little kind of high street where they've got like all these old authentic shops. They've
Oh,
even
this was the
got
poet, wasn't it? Was it the poet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this was the poet's one.
Scholar.
Is it Scholar? And there's even like a Starbucks tucked in there, but it's the way it's done. Like it doesn't just look like some generic building. They've built it into the rest of the scenery.
Nice.
Yeah, you walk straight up, and there's the shrine's there. There's a little museum in the shrine. I'll obviously put up some more pictures of that if you want to look at it. It's Dazaifu. Yeah. I mean, everything, just because the way everything's really well kept, everything's just made all that more beautiful. Like it feels like you're actually looking at life in like 8K.
Ah.
Everything's just vibrant. Probably because we got really nice weather as well. Yeah.
Oh,
I got
mate, the
just saying
colours.
that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, rustic, modernized town.
God damn, man. God.
While I was in the shrine is when I actually took a little bit of time to update this log. I just sat down at the lake and did some writing.
Good
Also
man.
got a couple of little pictures in there as well. Like,
Go on, Frazer. That's a real way of traveling, man. Taking little pictures or drawing, making some notes, and that's a good little effort for the poddy and yourself as well. Frazer, you should probably scan some of them or take a picture of them and send. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet, bro.
Yes. So that was when we decided, look, we're going to check out early. Once we get back, we just grab our stuff and jump on the old bullet train.
Yes.
The Shinkansen.
Very nice. What was it like?
It's crazy how quick. Like I sat down, read a bit of manga, looked at Google Maps. It's all we traveled like 100 miles.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
We already go at the next stop.
Do you feel the speed?
No.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
How
That's crazy.
how fast does the bullet train actually go?
Actually.
Yeah, I love that.
320 kilometers or 200 miles an hour. That's
Fucking
a
hell.
fucking train.
How do you not come out of that train being like at least like an inch shorter? Like
Oh.
F1 drag, like it's pushing on you.
That's
No,
crazy.
they've got that all figured out. You get to see some good sights as well, like out the window.
Yeah, what's the sights? Like, I know it sounds really silly to say, but if you're sitting in a car going, let's say 70, you get used to the movement. If you're on a train, you're used to the movement. So did you notice a difference in watching scenery move past you at 200 miles an hour?
I think maybe the train was set back a bit more from the actual towns and stuff, because it did seem like it was going past all that fast. Like, or maybe it just makes the trains in the UK look really slow.
Yeah,
because I actually think it was probably going past at like a good speed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you still get to take in what you're seeing.
Okay, yeah, it's not just
blurred.
not just motion blur.
Yeah,
You see what I mean? I can't even conceptualize. I'm like, how was the view? Was it blurry? It's like, no, you fucking idiot. It's still a train.
So even when you was like from
So cool, man.
Okinawa to Fukuoka, and then even on the bullet train, could you still see Mount Fuji from like regardless of what city you was in?
No, couldn't. I'll get to it later, but no, I couldn't really see it. But there was loads of like beautiful mountains as well. Not as massive as Fuji, but just the landscape is pretty incredible to see, and just seeing the way all the towns are built around it and close to it, pretty cool. So yeah, I think we ended up getting to Osaka pretty late. But we got to our Airbnb. Where did we book that Airbnb? Well, I think we must have done that kind of last minute, but it still worked out really well. It was a really nice little apartment, really clean. Again, like they're up on their cleanliness. They're like, if we see any footprints on the floor, you're going to get charged like 20,000 yen.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, very careful.
That's what I would expect. See, I've had years of training at my house to never leave footprint behind. So I'm ready for Japan.
Mate, I don't know how you don't leave footprints behind. How do you have to literally mop yourself out the door?
Well, as soon as you walk in, there's a little space for you to leave your shoes. There's usually slippers as well, like slides.
Oh, you got slippers. Yeah.
Okay. They're all provided.
My culture literally gets that from the origins of us, from China, that you don't wear shoes inside, you wear slippers. That's where that mentality comes from. It's obviously from that side of the world. But I know that Japan does create got that, rather than just a hallway, they've got that little dipped spot, and then you take your shoes off, and then you take a step up, and that's your walking area.
That's it. Yeah, I think every
so
place was
simple.
I'm surprised they didn't. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't incorporate that into hotel rooms and stuff. But I guess maybe that's like a Western thing. But yeah, any properties we went into, there is that little step.
Yeah.
Weird to think that in the UK it's just kind of custom to take your shoes off at the door and walk around in socks. It's kind of weird when you think about it. You don't really provide them with slippers or anything. It's just like, no, take your shoes off and walk around basically barefoot.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's how most British families, I think, would do it.
Yeah.
Or you just wear your shoes indoors. I mean, I couldn't do that.
But I mean, like, it's like, as Frazer said, though, he's Airbnb, so he's like going from Airbnb is a domestic hotel, so he's having like the domestic experience. So if you go to a hotel, most hotels will probably provide for the tourism, whereas Airbnb, you're walking into their territory, playing by their architecture and rules.
Yeah.
Even better. You got the best experience, Frazer.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
So yeah, we we got up late, I think, the next day. Like probably that's like after midday-ish kind of thing. But we still went up to Osaka Castle.
Oh, nice.
walked
Yeah.
up there.
Nice.
How was that?
It's really cool. Like the way to get in there, because there's like a big moat. I don't think there's no water in there, but there's like a big moat. So you got to walk across a bridge to get into the inner wall, and then around, and then across another bridge to get into the inner bailey, I guess, and up a bit, and then you've got the actual castle and the castle grounds. And there's another little museum in there.
So it's a bit like Attack on Titan, and there's a castle right in the middle of all these outer rings. Like,
Yeah, all these walls built up.
they're ready for it. They know.
Mhm. The museum itself, there wasn't much on the history of Osaka. The reason for that is the actual castle itself has been built into a museum. So you pay to get into the castle, and then there's like a couple of floors of history, which I found out later. But there was a figurine museum in the separate museum that was off to the side, which is cool. Walked back slightly different way. There was a shop that had these really cool like Shogun helmets, like proper authentic ones.
Nice. Did you get a picture of one?
They must
get
have
the
been
pictures.
a bomb to buy one of those.
They were on a bit of the pricey side. Like it's really, at this point we hadn't really figured out how the currency works. It was a little bit like having monopoly money, you know. You like.
What was it? How much was it? Like 1,000,000 yen or something?
It's probably something like 140,000 yen, maybe. Was it? Or maybe it was just 40,000 yen. I don't know. But 40,000 yen is like 200 pounds.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
So it does.
Yeah, it's hard to figure out.
Yeah, even when you've changed up your money and you've got like 200,000 yen, it's like kind of hard to.
Yeah, how do you scale it?
But the thing is, it's like
Yeah.
you go to a different country in a currency that's not even like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. It's in the hundreds and the thousands. So you got to work out the conversion, and you think, okay, wow, I don't know. I went out for a meal and I paid £20. Is that a lot or a little? But then you got to work out how much that is in that country, because £20 for a meal in Japan may be nothing, whereas £20 here, it can be quite a bit, or 40 or 50. So it's like working out what that money means to that country's economy as well.
Yeah.
Which I would imagine would be confusing.
So the smallest note you could get is 1,000 yen, and you can go places and you can chuck like 1,000 yens out everywhere, and it doesn't feel like you're spending nothing.
Yeah.
And that's how it felt for probably like 75% of the trip. But 1,000 yen is like a fiver, and when you think about it that way, it kind of starts to add up.
Yeah. Oh my god! I bet you got 75% of the way through and was like, "Oh fuck! I got no money."
Oh. Shit. I think it's because as well Tokyo is just a lot more expensive than everywhere else, but we'll get to that.
Obviously.
Yeah.
It's not too bad outside of Tokyo, to be fair. So yeah, in the evening was when we went to what is basically the main strip, Dotonbori.
Dotonbori Street.
Dotonbori.
Yeah.
That place is always popping in the evening.
It's the same place with all the lights and everything, right?
Yeah, all the lit up signs, all the moving signs.
Oh yeah. The image of Japan for us.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it! Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
So much color.
That guy in the picture doing this.
Yeah.
He's like our mascot for the trip.
Well, this is the one with the boats in it as well, like Venice. The boats that you can take along the canals.
Didn't see many of those actually.
Still though, it looks amazing. This looks
Like a desktop wallpaper.
Yeah, it looks a bit like AI generated, but it's Japan.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
I generated. Yeah, there's loads of food places, loads of bars, a couple of clubs. Yeah, it's popping. We sat down and we had a like a hot plate meal, like a hot stone kind of thing. So where you get your meat and you put it out on the grill and you grill
Nice.
it.
Is that where the guys start doing it all in front of you as well?
No, we had like we kind of had like a booth, and we had the things were lit in front of us already. We had like
Okay.
and we sat down on a proper like little authentic table and stuff. And
Ah.
they come and they bring our meat for us. Take our shoes off to go in and sit in there as well.
Nice.
Kind of like a
Like,
Korean barbecue kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much just like that. And then we went bar hopping. We found what would end up to be our like mascot bar for the trip, which is called it's called the Hub, but it says like British pub on it.
Nice.
They've done it up like a British pub on the inside.
Nice.
When in doubt, go British pub.
Wait for it all to blow over.
Yeah. And then we went to a couple of different places. Went to a gaming bar. They had all kinds of consoles, but we ended up playing Smash Bros. And Mario.
Of course.
Yeah.
No Tekken. No
Who
Tekken.
won?
No Tekken, no.
Didn't want to get.
Wow.
Wow, here we go again.
You've been to Japan. Let me have the win. Let me have the win.
I mean, Ricochet should literally talk about Japan for a whole episode for you to literally go and come back and say, that stuff that you mentioned, I did it. I did it all. Let him have it, Frazer. Just let him have it. He's a bit bitter. Right?
What would have been worse if I hadn't done anything that you'd mentioned, or if I'd done all of it and had a great time?
I think the worst thing happened was that you're already doing your own stuff, and then Ricochet telling you about all this cool stuff, and you're like, I'm gonna add that to the list. I could do that, and you're like, fucking son of a. I'm feeding him ammunition. I don't want to.
Anything you didn't do, I'll do when I get there. It's fine. Don't worry.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, and then we found a club that we stayed at for hours. It was crazy. It was popping.
What's the same club in the
What's
videos?
music like there, Frazer?
Probably. What'd you say?
Sorry, what's the music like? Like you say club, but like is it depending on the club that you go to? What's their general go-to?
A blend of popular music depending on the theme, I guess.
Okay.
Some places, I mean, they'll tell you that it's hip hop, but then it will just be a mix of all kinds of like popular songs that are going on. But in terms of the actual DJ quality, I say they're really good, like in mixing their songs and stuff. You know, sometimes you'll have a DJ that will be playing a song, playing like a banger, and then they'll just switch up to like Macarena or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Rarely happened.
Good.
Or they'll play a song for like too long. You know, like they're gonna play the whole track. Yeah.
Did they play any Drake?
Yeah, I reckon they did. Yeah.
They
didn't play no BBL Drizzy though.
I'd have left.
BBL Drizzy. No copyright. BBL Drizzy.
Damn, Metro Boomin's coming for your voice. But yeah, we left there at like 4 a.m. We're cool.
Good man.
Nice.
Good man.
So in the morning, a lot of the guys were still asleep, so I went out and I went to Namba Shopping City. Went towards there to try and get some more shopping done. I think I just got some trainers, to be honest. That's where I bought some of this manga, pencil sharpener and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah.
Is this an inside or outside shopping city?
Part and part. I think most of it is basement.
Namba Parks as well.
That was nearby. I think that's probably like on an upper level or something.
Yeah. So there's Namba Parks and Namba Shopping Centre, but just the picture of the park next to it, like the building and the way that the way the grass sort of wraps around it, and it just looks. It's just the shape. Nothing's a straight line. Everything's got a curve to it.
The blend of nature and
bro, it's so beautiful. This is like something I expect to see on like where Doctor Strange went to multiverse of madness. Like I'm like, oh, this is this universe. No, it's just Japan. Damn, man.
Yeah, had a takoyaki.
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 Dumpling.
Yeah.
I've heard takoyaki
The
to be quite good.
octopus balls. Yeah.
Oh, octopus balls. Was it good?
I've had that once.
It was okay. Could have been better. I realized later when I had a takoyaki again at a different place. I think it was just like because you got like filling on the inside. It was like the texture is quite mushy, but it's better when it's more solid. But like all the stuff they put on it, all the sauce and stuff, it's all really nice. So got back. Some of the guys were out shopping, but me and Michael went to go and see the Umeda Sky Building. So that's actually it's in Osaka, but in a place called Umeda, Umeda.
That sounds familiar.
It just looks like a kind of looks like Fukuoka. It's just loads of skyscrapers.
Whoa!
The Sky Building itself is like two buildings with like.
What the fuck?
Jesus.
Bro, this looks like something that connects, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Look at
It looks
that.
like connects. It looks like it's two buildings side by side with.
You know that building in Spider-Man? There's like that giant building in the Amazing Spider-Man game. There's like a
and you can swing
circle
underneath it as
tower
well.
at the top. It looks exactly like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can go up there, buy a ticket, go up there, 39 plus floors, and get a view of Osaka. Which
Nice.
Obviously I'll put in the video.
You better put all of this shit on there. All of this shit is so cool.
On the way up, Michael remembered that he had a fear of heights.
On the way up.
On the way up. Oh, hold on a second.
On the escalator between
bless
buildings.
Oh no! How was it when he got to the top?
Oh, it was all right in the end. It's quite set back from the actual edge of the building, so it's not too bad. But that was funny.
Bless him.
And then we went down. I can't remember what the place is called, but we went to check out the old red light district.
When you say red light district, what are we talking about?
Old as in old people?
as in ancient, like historic.
Oh.
Why is it called the red light district? Is what I'm asking.
Why do you think you've been to Amsterdam?
But I know, but I don't know if it's universal. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it is, yeah.
But they call it
there wasn't
red
any
light
red
district.
lights. There was more like they should call it the Yellow Lantern District.
Yeah, doesn't have that ring
Yellow
to it.
Lantern
No,
district.
it doesn't.
The yellow lanterns, I like that.
Yeah, and then we went back. We went out for night 2. I think we ended up at the same club. We tried a different club that was like opposite, but we ended up at the same place in Dottenbody. So we're now on day 9. I don't think we did stay out as late last night. But this day I decided to go up and do a 10k run.
Of course you did.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Run.
Of course you did. You're on holiday and you've already drank and shopped and not understood the money.
Let's wake up early in the morning, go for a 10k run because I'm Frazer.
You know what, Frazer? You are my hero and my worst nightmare all at the same time. You make me so proud, but so in pain at the same time. You're like, I'm in Japan.
What if you got lost,
healthy?
Took a wrong street down
I'm
somewhere.
so sorry.
Ended
the
up.
poor man has said 10k run. All of us have been like, you suck. How fucking dare
you put your health first, you bastard.
This whole time I've just been thinking how tired I would be just from the travel and shit, and then how late you're staying up, and you're like, yeah, you know, go off and done a 10k run. I bet that was lovely. My legs would be jelly.
It's energizing. I think just being there. I think that's what it is. It gets worse, but we'll get to that later. So I took a route that took me back up to Osaka Castle. So that was when I actually went back into the castle and actually had a look in the actual museum. And you can actually go up to what's the 8th floor, and there's like a observation area, so you can look down at the castle grounds and stuff.
Of course you can. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Was this when I probably updated this log?
Did you do a marathon as well?
Not today. Not on this day.
I did a drag face on foot instead. That's what Frazer did that day.
But there is something very nice like by doing something like a run, like doing something you'd normally do in your day-to-day life. It takes you out of that touristic mode for a moment, and you do like a normal everyday activity. You sink into the environment a little bit because
True,
tourism is you're gonna go out, eat, drink, party, museums, explore. But going for a run is a very local thing in a sense, and it must be a very nice feeling.
It's just going for a quick walk.
Yeah.
Quick
That's
walk.
Charlie's whole explanation of a run. Gosh, it's just walking.
Quick
but
walk,
quicker.
Just rushing a nice walk. That's how I look at it.
Guys, calm down. Hussein, Bolt, relax, man. Just calm the fuck
Just
down.
chill, bro. Chill.
Jesus.
Take in the
The
atmosphere.
line,
Come
the
on.
finish line is still there.
Yeah, we went back to round one arcade, a different one. We got together and won a Kaiju number 8 figure from out of the
Nice.
machine.
Ooh.
Oh, that's when I found out about the Gundam Wing game.
Oh yeah.
And that's when we decided to sort out Tokyo as well, because we wanted to go to Evo, which I think was going to be the next day.
We mentioned
Oh.
this on the poddy, Eva. I remember this sounds really familiar.
So I think leading up until that point, we was kind of up in the air, like, are we going to go to Evo? Should we bother? Should we stay? But we decided that we were going to go because we thought that we might go out and party afterwards.
You
So
don't need tickets for it to get in.
we had bought the tickets already. Like we bought.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, Fraser, did you guys do a lot of this on the fly? Was it all pre-planned? Was it a bit like a little 50-50 moment?
A little bit 50-50. We had booked Okinawa accommodation. We'd done that well in advance. Yeah, what we had changed, because I probably told you guys, we were gonna do night buses and stuff like that.
Yes, I remember that.
We scrapped that plan and instead went for the trains and stuff, to Shinkansen.
Yeah.
As well as we were going to go to Kyoto as well, but we didn't end up going there. We heard that it was going to be rammed with tourists and stuff, and also we wasn't sure about like the tourist ban where places were often.
Yeah, of course.
So we didn't bother going there. So yeah, it was mostly on the fly.
Good,
awesome.
you got to miss Kyoto though because of all that.
It's okay. He can take us and we can take him.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Don't get everything
True.
finished in one go.
True.
Leave some
Yeah,
unfinished
sure.
business. Bruv, you take me to Japan. I'll fucking go on a 20k fast walk with you.
Oh, that's binding.
Binding.
It's binding.
It's on the internet now, mate.
20k. Wow. Wow, that's such a bullet wound,
You
mate.
said
Now
it,
if we
mate.
go
You said it.
Japan,
You
that's
gotta take him.
happen.
You gotta take him.
That sucks. Why would you do it?
Take him.
It's only a half marathon.
Yeah.
Only a half marathon. I regret my life decisions.
There you go. Locked in.
Right.
People are locked in.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to have an ad break.
Yeah.
Ad break. Ad break.
Ad break time.
Ad break. Ad break.
Mate.
Yeah.
I've got these lyrics. They're
Okay.
they're quite deep. I've been going through some shit.
Oh shit.
You know I like to just like write poems and shit. So can you like chuck a little slow song? I like a nice little soft song.
Little melody, little riff over it.
Yeah, I just like to like, just sing it. Just get it.
Okay.
See how it goes. I mean, I had like a melody
Oh,
in mind, but I'd
shit.
like to like change it up and stuff, like, and see what we
No,
can
no,
come up
no.
with together with it.
Definitely, man. I didn't know you were going through some stuff.
No, you know, just life shit, innit? But
No, listen. I get it better than ever.
yeah.
Okay. Wait. Listen, I love you, and I respect that if you might be going through something tough. But I'm only going to ask you this once and once only. I humoured you the first 2 times. I'm happy to jam, but Chaz, I can't keep coming over here and doing ad skits. I I've got more of a life outside of this podcast. I'm just only going to ask you this once, mate, because I love you. Please, are there any secret mics? Is this a fucking ad? Just tell me now.
No, it's not that. This is just a song.
Charlie, seriously, bro to bro,
Mm-hmm.
am I in an ad right now?
Mm-hmm. No, you're not. This is just me expressing myself.
Okay.
It's how I feel. Honestly. Truth.
Okay.
How I
All
feel.
right, listen. I love you. I trust you. That's all I need to know.
Okay.
All right, so let's try a little something like this.
Yes. Show me what we got.
Sad. You want sad, yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Do a somber.
Yeah, I like that. It's nice.
Okay.
It's nice, yeah. I'm sad all the time.
Oh.
It's like I'm missing something from my life.
Oh, damn.
Some casual chit chat, some banter with friends.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
I need a good time podcast where the fun
Wait.
never ends.
Stop! Don't you dare to break into a musical. I ain't playing. You can't sing. What do we just talk about? No, don't move away. Look at me. No!
It's Red Jack's
No, wait,
song, a place of dreams and joy.
I'm not playing!
Red Jack's song.
When did you get all this?
Platform, come join me and the boys.
Hey, stop!
Red Jack's song.
I don't want to be a part of this!
Join me and the boys.
How are you
Every
doing this?
streaming platform Mondays weekly for you to enjoy. It's Red Jack's song.
Let's do it.
Red Jack's song, motherfucker.
Red Jack song!
Red Jack's song. Every Monday. Red Jack's. Red Jack's. Every Monday.
Every Monday. Red Jack song. I don't know how you did this. Bravo! But I'm never coming round again.
You will.
Yeah. Damn it!
Welcome back.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, boys. 10 out of 10.
Good advert. Yeah.
Yeah. Quality's back. Right. So the next day, we were going to Evo, so we decided to jump back on a Shinkansen and go to Tokyo. So yeah, we went there, but it wasn't all it was. It was cracked up to be.
Tokyo.
I don't think. No, Evo itself.
Oh, Evo. Okay.
So yeah, got off the train, got a quick cab to the place. It was like I think it was just like an arena that they'd hired out. And yeah, they'd set up loads of tables. They had loads of games going. And they were doing pools, so just like random matches between the people who were participating. But the finals, for some reason, they'd moved the finals. So we thought they were going to be. It was a Sunday at this point. We thought they were going to be then, but apparently they moved it to Monday, which is like something that's never been done. Like, why would you hold a tournament on a Monday? No idea.
What does Evo stand for?
Oh, I didn't. No idea. I think they just this was called, maybe it's like evolution or something.
Okay.
Is it Animal Kaiser?
Huh?
Is it Animal Kaiser? Evo.
Animal Kaiser. What's that mean?
I know, it's just a game that I know.
No. It's Tekken. We mainly went for fighting games.
Yes.
They had Street Fighter, Tekken,
Yes.
King of Fighters and stuff. Harada was there.
Was he?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he was jamming there.
Kojima was there.
I bought an arcade stick. Imagine, just chilling with Harada. Yeah, I bought an arcade stick while I was there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Which one is it?
A Mad Catz one.
I love how everything's on hand for Fraser.
Oh.
Oh.
I can't see it. It's just not, as in no design, it's just black.
That looks
Yeah.
sexy. Nice.
It comes in and out of focus, but yeah.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
Special model. It's a special.
How did you carry all this stuff?
Yeah.
With extreme difficulty. No, it had a little bag. It wasn't too bad. When we got there, because obviously we had all our stuff on us, they did have a luggage holding room, which was handy, so we didn't have to walk around the whole event with our giant bags on.
Oh, mate.
Mm.
That would have made Comic-Con so much easier.
Yeah.
Cool, that's cool. Okay.
Lifesaver. We had booked an Airbnb again after that, so once we left Evo, we headed there. But like, because the way Tokyo is laid out, like it's just massive. Like you mentioned the Matrix before, driving in the cab on the highway, like the buildings are just like massive. It literally looks like the city from the Matrix. And you can look down and like the highway's like lifted up, so it's above all the other roads, and you can look down, you can see the street below, and then it's just skyscrapers and all around you. It's so strange how it's laid out. And if you look at Tokyo on like Google Maps or something, you'll see that it's actually split up into different cities. So Tokyo just seems like an amalgamation of loads of different cities.
Oh.
Okay. But does that mean also different city styles and layouts, or is it just like the same theme?
Sort of.
Okay.
Sort of. But still loads of like tall buildings and stuff like that.
Oof. My God, it's just so sexy.
So yeah, we actually decided when we got there, it was like a house. It had bedrooms upstairs and stuff. I didn't think there was really a problem with it. But the guy decided that it was quite far from places and stuff. It seemed a little bit out in the sticks, even though it was still in the city. So we decided to sack that off. We managed to get a refund for it. And we went and got a hotel that was further in the city in Shinjuku.
Shinjuku. Here we go.
Nice.
But the rooms were tiny though. We'd done so much traveling that day. You might have heard like I felt like I had a bit of cough. It's just kind of been lingering around since then. Like I started feeling kind of unwell at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a hotel room and literally just went to bed pretty much.
This is the first story of this whole podcast that you've just said. We were tired and we went to bed.
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there. Since you landed, I've not heard the word.
Waited until you got to Tokyo to be like,
Finally.
you know what? I'm kind of tired now, guys. Maybe
I wonder why you weren't feeling well.
Yeah.
They
Maybe that 10K run.
days.
That
Day
10K run
10 went to
might have.
sleep.
Oh man.
But yeah, these rooms are like shoe boxes, and we had twin rooms, so two of us to a room each, and one of us was staying at a hostel because he had some other plans as well. He was going up somewhere else at some point in the week.
It's nice that you guys done some stuff independently as well. That you got to tick off your own little bucket list stuff. I think that's pretty nice.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a bit better that way. Like if we're gonna do something together, we meet up and we go and do it together.
That's awesome.
Otherwise, it's not like I don't like waiting around for people to get up and do stuff. You know.
Yeah.
It's like when you're ready to do stuff together, I'm ready. Let's go. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go do something, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Make the most of it. And why not? How many times are you gonna get to go to Japan
Yeah,
on
exactly.
a regular basis? Make the most of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, got up the next morning, went around looking for things to eat. Really, I decided that the box room was just like it just wasn't going to do it for me. So I booked another hotel that was in a different. It wasn't too far away, but it was in a place called Minato City.
Nice. Oh,
I heard that shit. I heard it.
Minato
City.
Minato City, yeah, it's still in Tokyo. It just looks a bit more like it's where my hotel was anyway. It was like kind of close to the highway and like tall skyscrapers and stuff. Not too far from Tokyo Tower either.
Nice.
So yeah, lugged my luggage down there. The room was pretty nice. Glad I did that. Got some space to actually unpack my stuff. And then we booked like the street carts tour.
Nice. The Mario Kart things.
Not.
Oh, I was about to say.
I don't know what the deal is with that one. I think it's kind of hard to get places for, but the one we got was like a tour. So you get there, you can pick a onesie to wear, and then you go around the cart, and then you got someone leading you as you drive through the streets.
Nice.
okay.
What one did
around
you pick?
traffic as well. I picked Piccolo.
Nice.
Dragon Ball. I'll put up pictures of that as well. They had like Pokemon onesies, Dragon Ball onesies, all kinds. There wasn't a race, unfortunately, but it still got to go fast.
Nice.
Once we finished that, we went to a place called the Muscle Girls Bar.
The Muscle Girls Bar.
Yeah.
Muscle Girls Bar. Let me see that.
Just a load of fit women.
Fraser went to a dating sim
Basically.
in real life, but in a bar setting. He was like, "Yeah, let's go. I want to play for real."
Yeah, there's basically like really like fit in terms of like strength and like physique.
Oh, like almost like little like bodybuilding girls.
Yes, bodybuilders. Yeah.
Yeah, I assumed as much. Yeah,
Huh,
by the
okay.
name.
And they obviously serve you drinks and stuff like that.
That is actually so fucking cool. Again, just Japan. It would work in Japan.
So you can get like what are called like muscle dollars or something like that. It's like 1,000 yen for like a couple muscle dollars or something like that, and then you use those to get drinks and stuff and whatever. There was also like a 40 or 50k chest press machine, and if you did 50 reps on that, you could get like a lot of like muscle dollars or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Like,
That's actually kind of cool.
get
Like a
some
little
muscle dollars.
bench press
Yeah, I
challenge
did
in the
that.
middle of a bar.
I didn't want to, but I did it.
Yeah.
I fucking did it. Why not?
You did that as well. You know, just you
Yeah.
finished the 10k. You're like, oh, it's 50. You know what? I'll do 100 reps.
No, I actually
I'm
am
a little
Piccolo.
bit tired, but actually last night I did sleep for the first time since I arrived in Japan. So
Yeah.
I've got the
That was
energy
it.
now. I've got the energy.
That was it. I actually slept. And because this was something that Michael was really looking forward to doing as well, really looking forward to going to. So with your muscle dollars, you could get a lot of different things. You could get photographs with the muscle girls and stuff like that. You could also get slapped by muscle girls.
Get what?
You can get slapped by them.
You can get slapped.
Yes.
Did you do it?
So what we did, right? Two of us paid for Michael to get slapped by every muscle girl.
Yes.
Video.
Oh,
Tell me there's a
oh,
video of
God.
this happening.
There is a video of this happening.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Oh my
They
God,
go
please
do they
get
proper
his-
slapping.
his-
Poor Michael. Did he want to get slapped by one, or did he want to get slapped by all of them?
I don't think he wanted to get slapped at all, but you know, we wanted to make sure he got the full experience. You know, he's been waiting to go for a long
Mate, that
time.
knocked me out.
His
Oh,
birthday is coming up, you know. Got to treat him. So
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
we gave the muscle girl some muscle dollars under the table. Said yeah, it's for that guy over there. And then at the end, whoever was going to get you could also get kicked by the muscle girls. Like some of the other people decided to get kicked. I'm not
What
sure.
the fuck?
But,
What is this
yeah.
conversation? That's called like harassment in the UK. There is like 50 muscle dollars.
you're paying
Yeah.
for it.
I want
Yeah.
it. I want it.
They sat him down in the bench press chair and they slapped him one by one.
Amazing.
Wait, how hard?
Full
are we-
on slapped.
Some of them were harder than others for sure,
Oh wow.
but some of them were were playful.
Wow.
Ooh, I want to see that video.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, he did hit up with a slight bruise on his face.
Oh no.
Well, if they're predominantly, like say, like right-handed, you're taking that same slap on the face over and over. Wow. I don't know how I'd feel if you done that to me. I'd be like, honest to God, I'd be like,
I'd straight up say no. I mean, no way. They would knock me out.
Can't believe it.
That's
It was wild.
only in Japan.
Yeah. When did we go? We did go bowling at some point. I think that was in Osaka.
Did you get to throw the bowling balls at each other?
I tell you this one thing this weird thing that happened, and just happened to happen on my go. Like everything went dark, and it was like moonlight round or something like that, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
Well,
Ah.
the spotlight
You have to-
just appeared almost.
I think so. I think a spotlight appeared on the pins. I don't know. It's like moonlight round. I don't know if you get extra points.
Because you look so cool, Fraser.
Maybe.
They're like, he looks
Maybe
so
I should-
cool. Let's make him look cooler. As soon as Fraser bowls, all the lights went off. Fucking just a little moonlight.
Should have bowled a bit better on that one. Yes. So at this point, I probably missed out a couple of days because I was writing in retrospect. So I joined a thing called the Tokyo Virtual Challenge, which I think it's just a thing you can do from anywhere, but it gives you like a route you can walk around Tokyo past different like sites and stuff. And it totals up to something like 70 kilometers or something like that.
Of course.
So it took me on a little bit of a route. Did part of that walked past Tokyo Tower, which we had driven past in our cars before anyway. Realized I was quite close to that. Walked past a few parks and shrines, which was really cool. And then when the guys were ready, they wanted to go to Akihabara, which is like a big like sort of shopping district, like
Akihabara.
It's in Persona as
Akihabara.
well,
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Went
It's
up
like
there.
a tech placey, right? Like a lot of techie kind of stuff. And
Lot of tech stuff.
Electric Town.
Yeah, Electric Town. Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of figurines and stuff like that there as well. Games and stuff. It's a really cool place. It's like no, do you know what? It's just its own thing. It's just a really cool place to shop. So we spent a couple hours there. Tons of figurine shops. Got a load of figurines. There's a Tamashii Nations shop.
Tamashii Nation.
I picked up this little guy.
Oh!
Oh fuck, that was loud.
Sorry, I just got really gassed at that.
This
oh
Goku's really
shit, that
That's
looks fucking sick.
really detailed. Really hard not to just want to buy everything that you see. I tried to pick out things that I particularly liked. I got tons of cards as well. My God.
Fraser, I'm looking at the pictures of Tamashii Nation on Google now. Is this the one where you're sending us pictures of like Snake, I think Cloud? You were sending us pictures of figurines at one point.
That was in the figurine museum in
That was the
Osaka,
museum,
actually.
okay, because this shop looks very similar to that. Okay.
Yeah, I can't believe the amount of figurines they had in there.
It was the Iron Man ones and the Metal Gear ones that you sent in the group chat. Yeah,
That was just
that was
salt in the wound. I'm not gonna lie.
jizz-worthy.
When you
literally.
said that to
I loaded the
Rikesh,
first
I was-
picture and I was like, "Oh shit, Iron Man! That looks pretty sick." Oh, the second picture. Wonder what it is. Clicked it, jizzed. I was like, "Oh, Frazer won. Frazer won. He's done it. Thanks, mate. Cheers, buddy."
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I picked up a gold Nintendo 64 as well.
Fraser,
Huh?
how many suitcases did you come back with?
Yeah, innit? What?
Because you left
So-
with nothing but a travel bag. Nothing but a travel bag was all that you took.
This was
Came
the
back with
plan.
a truck.
We figured out we found out that we could actually bring back two sets of hold luggage.
Per
Oh, okay.
person?
God damn.
Yeah, per person.
Oh, say no more then. Say no more.
So I did buy like a big suitcase, and then I got a smaller one as well. Managed to fit everything in them.
Nice.
Just about.
Jesus.
And then we went to a small game bar. That was just pretty like scenic.
You know what gets me is you can tell the difference, obviously, between Japan. Not just look at the pictures, but it's like a lot of the things that you're talking about are very common or nonchalant or very accessible in Japan. Where here it's like, whoa! Like even to go to a museum of just figurines. If I saw an Iron Man in a museum in the UK, I'd be like, oh, this is different. This is not something, unless it was like a specific like event or something. It's very. They appreciate
Exactly that.
very differently.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Mm.
It's a very creative, very accessible place. Like, you know, and you feel like if you were there for like an extended amount of time, you probably wouldn't go crazy, like on buying stuff and stuff like that. But you know, knowing that it's there, knowing that you can go and do it, like you're just unhindered. You can pick. Okay, Saturday, I'm gonna go to Akihabara. You've got options. You've got choices. You've got things to do, man.
Mm.
That's
And
crazy.
it's
Especially
interesting.
for the amount of time that you went. You were there in Japan for about 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for the amount of places that you visited, realistically, you got a very finite amount of time. So every location you went to, I'm sure you wanted to hit the hot spots, do what you could. Whereas if you were just in 2 weeks, just in Tokyo, I don't know, it could have been more than enough. I don't know, but yeah. So it sounds like you really made the most of everywhere you've went so far.
Yeah, we really did try to do that. Yeah,
Sorry, the slap thing's still in my mind. I'm like, wow, it's culture shock, man. It's like going to Hooters and be like, well, we kick you in the nuts. I'm like, all right, let's do it, isn't it?
There must have been eight or 10 of them, I think. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Oh, poor Michael. Oh my god.
So yeah, when we finished up there, we met up in Shibuya later to go find bars and clubs and stuff.
Is that when you saw the prison realm picture thing in Shibuya?
Was that the day? Might have been the day we saw that. Yeah. So we were looking at. We were
that
looking
was
at
sick, just to see.
That is, I'm sorry, I stole that from you, Frazer. That's my new Google photo, Google profile picture. I was like, yep, that's fine. I'll do it.
That's fine. Yeah, it was only Tuesday though, so we didn't find too much action. Also, nightlife starts pretty late in Japan, like 1 a.m. onwards is probably when it's starting to get going.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
They go hard in Japan.
Yeah.
Dude, they have a pint of whiskey. Yeah, they go hard.
Yeah.
And they get slapped at restaurants. They go hard, bro.
So yeah, in the morning, continued my walk. I used a monorail, which was pretty cool.
What is a monorail?
It's just a singular rail, and you've got the train that goes across it. It's usually like quite raised up.
Is it the one where the rail was hanging? Is holding it from above? It's not sitting on the tracks, is it? It's kind of been.
No, it's sitting on it. It's
on a track.
In the middle.
On one track.
Yeah.
That's why it's
Okay.
mono.
Okay. Cool. Mono. Yeah.
You know, ever seen Simpsons? Monorail.
What's it called?
Monorail.
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 Mono. Yep, continued walking. I missed a bit while I was writing this. So in the morning, there's a shrine that's like right next to the hotel, like hidden in the back streets. So I went to go see that. I saw a woman there who was like sawing bits of wood for like recycling, and the saw that she was using, it was weird. It looked like a machete, but like with teeth. So it's like a handle.
Yes. No, I've seen that saw before. Yeah.
Isn't that
And
called like a Mahuiti or something like that? It's got
Is
like
it?
a really kind
Just
of
make that up.
No. It's like where it's got loads of teeth. Like it's like a.
I thought the same thing,
teeth
but I didn't
sword.
want to say it.
I think it's called a Mahuiti. Let me have a look.
But yeah, the story is basically she was doing it really difficult, like making it really difficult for herself. So I held part of the wood so that she could saw it, and then she was going to start sawing it again. So I was like, "Look, do it this way," and then I'd sawed the rest of the wood for her. And yeah, she was really happy that I helped her out. She's like, "Oh, gentleman."
I bet she was looking over at Frazer like, who the fuck is this fucking stranger cutting off the wood? Like, I'm gonna sharpen it and stab it. And then he came over, like, I help you. She was like, oh, he's
Not
such a puppy.
again.
He's such a
With that-
puppy.
With that rusty old thing, the man would take. Yeah, I walked across a bridge called Rainbow Bridge. And this was the only day where we had bad weather as well. And this is the 1st of May, Wednesday the 1st of May, which is Michael's birthday. So he got
So he got slapped and rain on his birthday.
Yeah. The original plan was we wanted to go to Mount Fuji. I think when we looked at the weather previously, it was supposed to be clear, but it ended up raining.
Rainbow Bridge.
Oh,
It's all coloured up like a rainbow at night.
nice.
So yeah, there's a walking path along that I took.
Yeah, I can see that. Damn, it doesn't look real, man. I don't know how to explain it to myself. Wow.
You're like your brain thinks it's being tricked.
Yeah,
No, it's fake. It's Photoshop.
It's like when your brain wants to look for like CGI almost, but it's you're being told it's real. And I'm like, okay, cool.
It's not real, man. I was walking around Daiba. They've got their own Statue of Liberty for some reason, and a Gundam unicorn statue, life size.
Yeah, of course.
Wait, a Gundam unicorn statue.
It's called Gundam Unicorn, but it's like a Gundam. It's a big white.
Oh, right, okay. I think I know what you're talking about then. I thought it was like a Gundam unicorn.
No.
Just in the middle of Japan somewhere. Like, huh? Okay.
What,
Yeah.
you don't have unicorns in the UK? Oh, no.
Nah, mate, hunted them to extinction. When the guys were ready, we went to Kabikucho Tower, which was it's I don't know, it's just like a tower with it's like a skyscraper that's got a couple bits inside. So on the bottom floor it had a couple of little restaurants and stuff, and then it had another arcade which had like your claw machines and stuff like that. And then I think it had a couple of cinemas on the other floors, but they were closed.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a nice shape, but when it shows you the rest of the pictures of what's underneath it, I mean, look at the vibrancy of that.
Oh wow.
Of the stuff, all the shops and
That
restaurants.
looks like a
underneath.
Mario Kart level. That's crazy.
So third floor, they had like an AR virtual game / escape room type thing that was like a Sword Art Online inspired theme.
Oh,
Wait.
SAO.
An AR thing.
Yeah, it was really weird. So you get given like a little hammer thing that you can scan on stuff. You walk into like these back rooms, and you can open doors that have little puzzles on the inside or little obstacles and stuff that you got to get through.
Okay.
And you have like 3 lives for your team or something. So yeah, it was quite difficult, like some bits of it, and I think some bits of it were a little bit jank. I don't know what's going on, but it was pretty cool to go through.
Did you get it? Did you get through, or did you die?
No, the first bit was like a weird battle thing, where you could see like your avatar on the screen, and when you swing the hammer, it swings your weapon, attacking the enemies that are coming towards you. And then the next room was like this weird puzzle where it was kind of like maths puzzles in a way. You had symbols that represented numbers, and you had to find the right ones. And then when you went to the next one, you had 3 different rooms you could go to that had 3 different puzzles. And then on one of the last puzzles, we failed it too many times because it just seemed a bit jank. So
That sucks.
Sure, blame the jank, Fraser. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Just because you failed one thing in your life.
The technology's been perfect up till now, and you fail this because of jank
What?
tech.
Me? I lost? No.
don't
Your
believe
technology
yeah,
is
that's
wrong.
what I told him. We got
Just walk up
chucked
to them.
out.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, I'm the respectable guy. Your shit? Janky. Jank. Come here. Come here. Nani? No, not Nani. Janky. It's broken.
To the top floor, checked out the view, wandered around Kabikucho, went to an arcade, checked out a place called Book Off, which is kind of like a second-hand store mixed with like a manga store and stuff like that. Like they had loads of different stuff. I picked up some Beyblades.
Oh my god.
What, OG Beyblades?
They're not OG ones.
Oh.
They're like newer ones.
They're like the new
But,
plasticky, shittier, safer ones.
I think so, yeah.
No.
Safety. Wandered around, found another gaming bar, which was pretty much somebody converted their place into a bar and like a Smash Bros place. So you could play Super Smash Bros Ultimate there and order some drinks.
I'm so glad that a country that is obviously heavily invested in tech and games, but they do the one thing that most other countries do. Games are for children. I'm like, you've not played games that have you really?
Yeah.
Like they really take that shit to anime and fucking gaming, man. Japan's like, yeah, it's for everyone. Yeah, it's for adults as well. Like there's games and anime that you don't watch as a kid.
Yeah.
I'm just so glad that they have that. But obviously they're responsible for most of it being out in the world as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Damn.
It's ingrained in the culture at this point.
Yeah.
So the next day, I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, but yeah, that was the day when I decided I wanted to run a marathon.
So you really genuinely ran a marathon. I remember hearing about this. I was like, he must be kidding.
This fucking guy, bro. You go on holiday to relax, Fraser. What are you doing?
Something to do, man.
Oh my god. You just what? You woke up, you saw there was a marathon, and I was like, yep, I'm gonna get in on that, and you just ran, and that was it.
I wanted to do it before, and I actually wanted to do the London Marathon, but all the marathons that seem to be run on the 21st of April, so I was nowhere near any marathons at that point.
Yeah.
So I picked a route. I used the virtual Tokyo challenge thing that I was doing to plan a route,
Of course.
and I some of the bits that I'd walked on previous days, I reran that, and then I kind of ad hoc it from there.
Hold on.
There were
Did you independently run a marathon, or did you join an existing marathon?
independently ran it.
Of course you did. Self-motivated. You've done more on holiday than I do it in my own country, in my own home.
Yeah. Times 10.
Jesus Christ. No, honestly, Frank, all jokes aside, I love your mentality. I love your spirit. If I was there, I would have loved to have joined you. I'd have died. But that's a real way of, again, really taking an experience of a country.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get to see a lot of Tokyo from doing that, run around that route, because they've got parks where, one, you have to pay for entry, two, you can't run in them, so I use those bits for like as walking parts.
Cool.
And they're just really well maintained. Like they're designed as places of serenity, like for people to go and escape and not really think about the outside world and stuff like that.
Nice.
So they're just really peaceful parks. I think that is also like part of the culture. Like these parks are probably like really ancient places that have just been upkept. And even though, like, again, the city is built around it, like you look and you see all the skyscrapers, but also if you just look closer, you see like the beautiful lakes and the old trees. There's like 100, I think I came across like 100-year-old oak or something like that.
Nice.
Did you obviously? I know it's culture shock, and you enjoy the view. I know it's different, but did you ever look at it as just a general person, kind of thinking there's a lot of buildings, there's not a lot of greenery, because as humans we need a bit of that. Like, did it not feel a little bit more of a concrete jungle, being such a robust and full city, or did you not really see it with that perspective?
Even that as well, because the scale of it was like nothing I've ever seen before. So even that was like really cool, seeing those different extremes. Like none of it is like any other city I've ever seen. So yeah, all of it was awe-inspiring, I'd say.
Okay.
It's not you don't there's no negatives to it, like because everything's really clean, like it's not polluted, the kind of things that you might associate with cities and stuff like that. Congestion, pollution, none of that stuff's really a problem.
Right. Okay.
Maybe if you are like living and working there, maybe you see more of it, like in the rush hour and stuff like that. Definitely in Tokyo as well, there was a bit more litter and stuff on the floor, stuff like that.
Okay. But I guess that could be down to tourism as well.
Yeah, you kind of expect the main capital to be a bit more rugged. You're not going to see it as clean as like some of the other cities, which makes sense. That's fair.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the case. Yeah. So one of the gardens I went to was Hamoriku Gardens.
Hamoriku Gardens. I'm on it.
Well, no, I did run through that, walked through that one. So that's when I ran a bit further north to the Imperial Palace. Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, the colors, and then you see other pictures where it's like this beautiful vibrancy of greens and all the red, and then just skyscrapers right behind you. Like it's true, very a juxtaposition.
I think that little place on the lake there is like a tea house.
Dude, where have we been all our lives? God damn.
Really chill. Went by the Imperial Palace. Didn't see much of it. Unlike castles and stuff, I think it was like pay to enter type place. So I pretty much just ran around the outer wall. Went up to Yasukuni Jinja Shrine, and then over to Shinjuku Gyoen National Gardens, which is another park.
Oh my god, I can't keep up. Shinjuku National Garden.
Gyoen National Gardens.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude,
Another beautiful place, like really
So-
cool trees and stuff.
dude, man.
So by the time you got there, you must have been in like cherry blossom season. You must have
Oh,
seen a fair
Nice.
few of them still around.
Towards the end, yeah, there was some of it still around, but not like blossoming brightly.
Yeah,
There was like
yeah.
the last lingering petals.
I actually have a little tidbit about what was the tree that you just mentioned? The
Cherry
blossom
blossom
tree.
trees.
The cherry blossom.
No blossoms.
Are you almost at the end, Fraser, or should I jump it in now?
Yeah, jump it in.
I
We're
was
heading
as
up
soon
to
as we
the
done
end.
the, obviously we all know our phones. Listen to us and blah blah blah. So we done the Japan podcast, and my YouTube and Google just blew up with Japanese stuff. So I've been watching a lot of videos where, like, you know, a life in the day of an English teacher in Japan. I follow this woman. It's just what she goes through in her day, and you start to see the realities of Japan. Beautiful. But there was one video that popped up, and they were like, they took seeds of cherry blossoms to space. They'd done whatever they were going to do. They didn't plant them or do anything. They just exposed them to the atmosphere of space, whatever radiation's out there. They brought them back and they planted them. And they were like, I wonder if there's going to be any difference. And when they bloomed, not in their season, they kind of like grew like at double the pace. So they grew up much quicker. They bloomed much earlier. And the tree petals themselves, if they have like average like 4 petals, let's say, these ones, for whatever reason, sprouted with 5. So whatever exposure happened, they seem to grow faster.
Mutated.
Yeah, it mutated just through the exposure. And they were like, that's sort of the general understanding, is that exposures made them grow more rapidly and change in a bit of shape. And then
cosmic radiation.
Yeah, they look the same apart from that in color, but it's just a little tidbit I was hearing about, and I was like, that's so cool, man.
Wow.
Should do that with more things. Send them up.
Like
Feed back down, see what happens.
Yeah. Well, if it duplicates things, I'll just send up whatever money I've got.
just flick
Put £1,000 in that shuttle, let it come back at $2,000. Job done.
It cost me millions to send it up there, but I'm going to put $1,000.
So yeah, at that point when I was in Shinjuku, not too far away from Minato City, to be honest, like a final 5K to run. So after that, seriously hungry, went out for food and went for a massage.
At the same time?
No,
was it a massage restaurant?
If only
you could eat, but pay for people to massage you. Just they're like, whoa, oh, okay.
That's a good idea. So what we wanted to do afterwards, so we knew someone who's been out there for a couple years now, and he was doing a DJ set at a bar.
Okay,
so
cool.
We went to go and check that out. That was in like Shibuya.
Shibuya.
Somewhere.
No.
So his set was at 4 a.m. though. So he was like in a group of DJs. So we sort of basically waited until all their sets were done and we watched his set. And then it was
is 4 a.m. late for them? Like, is 4 a.m. like, it's 4 a.m. in the Japanese culture, like, this is the peak. This is where everyone's here. It's 4 a.m. like, you could be the outro. No one cares.
It was dying down. It was dying down.
Because
after his set, it was finished. Yeah.
Right, okay. It was mostly house.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was like electro techy house, trancey kind of music.
Yes. Did you hear any like Japanese inspired house?
No, not really actually.
I've been quite interested.
Maybe he was inspired a bit because he was like, the way he was DJing was different to all the other DJs as well. Like, props to him. He's got like crazy skills because he would barely have his headphones on. Like he probably used them maybe 4 or 5 times. To be honest, I was watching his hands constantly moving over the decks. He didn't really let just like one beat play. He was constantly mixing in stuff.
Crazy.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
He was
what was his name?
His name is Miles.
Miles.
I don't know what he is on
Morales.
Don't ruin it, Rakesh.
Is that me ruining it? That's a compliment, surely.
Yeah.
People are then going to start typing Miles Morales in.
I take it as a compliment.
And he likes music.
I love Charlie's little
description.
Anyway, that's music.
So when I got back, I wasn't actually tired.
Of course you
I
want.
put some
You went for
clothes.
another marathon.
I put some clothes in the wash, and then I put on a timer, had a little nap, and then went to go get them. Some laundry, mate.
Did you interact with, and it's because I like a very stupid question, but I mean this legitimately. Did you interact with the proper high-tech Japanese toilets?
Yes, everywhere's got them.
Oh,
Just having a bidet is just like staple. And
bro, I heard that apart from those things, even like talking to you, it can analyze your urine. It can tell you if you're pregnant. It can tell you if you've got an issue. Like,
I can't imagine
that's
public ones
proper
do that.
high end. I didn't actually see
that might be the high end stuff, but I've
That's
heard
gotta
that's
be
the
the
level
higher
of technology
doctor
that Japan toilets can go to.
Mm.
Our ones are dumbasses. Our ones
Yeah,
get like
they are.
fucking asthma. They're like,
Yeah. Do you not remember that episode of South Park where they say why we don't have them in the Western world? It's because toilet paper companies make so much money. Like they literally have hold over it, and they'll just they don't allow us to develop our toilet systems
Oh,
because
that's an
toilet paper companies make so much
I,
money.
so when you said
Don't know how
South Park
real that is in
toilets, I was
South Park.
thinking of when Butters was trying to convince everyone that you're meant to like face the tank and you read your book. I think
And
you're
you
going to
are
say
meant
that.
to,
And you're meant to.
At least then they'd have another use if it all.
All right, fair enough. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
So the next day was the day we were finally able to go to Mount Fuji.
Ooh.
Boy.
So what
Big
we
boy.
actually did, we hired another car. So and we drove up there, and it didn't take too long. It was probably like an hour and a bit away. Actually, just to get to like the base of it, and then you can actually drive up it, something like 3 kilometers up.
You could drive the entire way up. I'm gonna say what?
No,
That doesn't
no.
sound safe.
It was the complete when I read up on it. It's the complete wrong season for actually hiking Mount Fuji, and usually people get there like they'd either like stay overnight beforehand and start early in the morning kind of thing, because it's a good few hours getting up there, like maybe 6 hours or so.
That's not easy.
Yeah, but I'm glad we did what we did because we got a great view of Mount Fuji. Like you were saying about being able to see it on the drive there. We couldn't see it until we got like a fair bit closer, I would say. Maybe because other mountains were blocking it and stuff. We went through a few tunnels, came out of one, and then like suddenly it was there, like imposing in the distance.
Yes.
Like it doesn't look like it's tall, but it just takes up so much space, like on the horizon kind of thing.
That's
just
crazy.
spreads out. So when we got up there, like there was a shrine up there. At that point, like you could drive up there as a car park. There's like a little shop and everything as well. Like it's all nicely set up for visitors. You get a great view, and you can feel the difference in the air as well. Like it's a fair bit thinner. So yeah, we were glad that we went there. It would have been nice to go to the town, but we did not have time to do that because one of the other things that one of us wanted to do was go and visit the Daifuku parking area. So it's a place. It's pretty much just a big car park at the base of like a load of winding highway roads. Like you have to cross a bridge, and then all the roads like kind of go in circles. It's really crazy how they design their highways. It's all like really unnecessary. Like it's the most inconvenient thing, but it's just really cool. And then there's like a big parking area at the bottom, like loads of cars parked there, but people bring their modded cars and their supercars there.
Sweet.
Ooh.
So they go there, they bring their cars there, and you get to see all of them. They drive around. They've got flashing lights on them and stuff like that.
Because you did say you wanted to go to a car meet at some point while you were there, right?
Yeah, this was the one. The car meet.
Sick.
I can't remember what we were driving. I think we had some kind of like Prius or something, some kind of piece of crap. Yeah, we just parked off in a corner somewhere and then went to walk around. Yeah, it was really, really cool seeing all of them there. They finish it at like 9 though, like they lock it off at 9 because apparently the police show up and shut it all down. So they have their time until 9 and then they leave.
I guess that's a better way of keeping it under control than people always just doing it on the down low. You're like 9 o'clock, that's the cut-off point. Then 9 out of 10 they are going to leave that spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that must be how it's managed. It's got to be. Otherwise, they would just sit there, surely, and just stop people going in. But I think it's a good attraction for the area, possibly. So they just let it go on as long as there's no trouble.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, then we called it a night, and then I've stopped logging. So I don't think we didn't do all that much else, to be honest. We did a bit more walking around Kabukicho, more eating,
okay,
more shopping.
So you would say that Mount Fuji was your last big event that you would mention?
I would say so, yeah.
So,
we didn't do anything crazy after that.
You've told us what you've done, and then in general, how do you feel about it all, man? Like, honestly, like you went to a brand new world, different part of the country, something you've always imagined doing or wanted to do with people that you know, your friends. How was the experience, man? If you could just summarize it.
It was like eye-opening. Like you can imagine yourself in a new life there. Like it'd be so ideal to live there as long as you had a job that was outside of Japan and income coming in. Right. It would be the ideal situation to live there, I think.
Right. So what you're saying is you obviously went there for 2 weeks. You did touristy things. You've done enough local things, so you can you kind of started to put yourself in that lifestyle there. You didn't go into too much of a tourist mode in your head. You kind of said, right, if I was to be here, this is what the lifestyle could look like. And it seems like it agrees with you.
Because like you said, like going running and stuff, walking around, just being out during the day, around during the night, you can kind of imagine kind of lifestyle. Like I don't know how it would mesh with working and stuff. Like that would be like,
of course,
a different thing. But yeah, like just in terms of things to do, like I feel like in the UK maybe we spend so much time like indoors because we know there's not really much outside unless we've got something planned to do or we're going to go see people, got something to do. But in Japan, like, you know, I didn't get all that much sleep, but when I did get out of bed and get myself outside, I was like, I'm so glad I'm outside. I'm going to go here now. I could walk over there now. You know, it's simple as going to a shrine or something, like just going to go look at a shrine, pay your respects. It's just, why wouldn't you? I do remember one thing that we did actually. I think the place is called Kamakura. We wanted to get out of Tokyo a little bit, jumped on a train. Yeah, Kamakura town. It's like it's a place that's been less touched by like urban influences and stuff like that. It's like quite a nice little town. They got a nice shrine there. It's by the seaside as well. We didn't go down to the beach, but we could see it from where we were at the shrine.
Yeah. You kind of see the way it's kind of built up.
Oh,
you kind of see the sea. That is very beautiful.
We saw that. That's from inside the shrine. I've got like that exact same picture.
Right. Yeah. Because that's the only out sort of the town itself looks very normal almost, but for Japan it looks quite calm, quite small and quaint.
It is
very nice, man. It's so beautiful, man. I mean, look, it's a very simple picture of just the tram, the beach, the road. It's so nice.
Again, just another place that's very clean and stuff. And then one of the last things we came across was like a retro game store, which is where I picked up the old, I put it away now, the old Pokemon Green and stuff like that.
Yes, I remember you telling us.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a nice little find just to finish off the trip, because I think it was literally the next day we were getting our flights out of there.
God damn, man.
Yeah, man.
God damn! You know what, Fraser? I'm not even gonna say GG for telling us, GG for going and doing it, but you done it and you done it well. You done it right.
You did
Yeah.
it properly, man. Yeah,
Didn't
well
waste a
For
fucking
the
minute.
first time.
Yeah, did it? Didn't waste a single minute.
Like,
done. Yeah, literally.
I think if I was going to do anything differently, I probably wouldn't do like the whole long Tokyo bit at the end. If I was to go back and change a few things, because I think we were kind of like, oh, Tokyo's going to have all this great stuff. We're going to have a great time. Whereas really, we had a better time in Osaka. I would say I think Osaka was more the highlight for us.
Okay.
And Tokyo, like I said, like we got to like that final part, and then Tokyo's prices were kind of a lot more steeper as well. So
okay. So would you say that if we ever went together, would you say maybe doing the trip in reverse, maybe starting from Tokyo and then maybe working your way to Osaka?
I think what would be best is arriving in Tokyo, maybe spending a weekend, do some stuff, and then go around and go to other prefectures.
Yeah.
Come back into Tokyo, spend another weekend before you fly out.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, that would be amazing.
Oh damn.
Best way to do it. But yeah, everywhere else, yeah, it would be nice to go to the north of Japan. I think that's like the more culturally traditional place.
More rural than
Japan,
urban.
Yeah, north rural.
All right, boys. Well,
Kyoto, obviously.
someone better start planning, and we'll start saving.
I mean, if you book it for next year, we could just start saving.
Book it for next year.
Charlie, I mean, it's if you do go for a stag, you want to go
Let's
to
go.
Japan.
I don't think I'd want to go
Let's
for a stag in
freaking
Japan.
go.
I'll get slapped by like.
I was gonna say I'm gonna take it. You're like, he's getting married. Slap.
Yeah.
Slap.
Wasn't you here last week? You made me slap that other guy. No, it wasn't me.
Well, yeah, boys, that's it. I definitely recommend going.
100%.
Planning. At least start planning. Make it real. Make it something that's possible.
Rakesh, do the thing.
I've got it. I've already got our plans. Don't worry about it. It's fine, guys.
Send links in the chat.
Well done, Fraser. And I know you worked hard to get there and do it as much as you did. It wasn't handed to you on a platter. I know you put your head down to do it. So well done to you and your mates for doing it, man. You've done it well.
Thank you. Yeah,
Incredible.
It was our pleasure.
Woo!
GG.
Great.
Fraser.
So yeah, anyone listening? Got any plans to go to Tokyo? Got any plans to go to Japan? Got any recommendations for Japan? Yeah, let us know. But for now, I've been your traveling host, Fraser.
I have been your Charlie Sensei.
I have been your student, Rakesh.
And I still wasn't meant to be here, and I'm sad.
Oh, you swapped back.
I thought he was gonna take me. I was gonna say, and I am returning Rakesh, but
There we go.
That's not-
Kawaii.